Hello, I'm Mary Diltz for Lightpost Publishing. Today, it's my pleasure to invite you to the unveiling of Thomas Kinkade's latest painting. Let's join Tom at the studio for this sneak preview.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to my studio. I have with me the painting that I'm real excited about because I just finished it, and it's a painting that was based on a travel trip that I took up to the North Woods. In fact, what was real interesting is I have for several years been attempting to find ways to paint on location, then take the painting back into my studio and finish it up, detail it there in my studio here in California. This is an example of doing just that. This painting is called The Good Life. I suppose when we hear the words "the good life," it conjures up different images for different people. But to me, the good life is a life lived in harmony with God's creation. There's something about being in the woods and having your own private little cabin to return to after a day out on a lake spent fishing, seeing the sights, or perhaps exploring. I love getting on horseback, as I've done many times, spending time actually exploring the beauty of God's creation. I remember my last trip to the woods, I managed to set up my easel on top of a mountain peak and look out over the most vast vista. It's humbling to think that God created all this beauty for us to enjoy. What a marvelous testimony to His love for us. Of course, I've painted a number of scenes of the wilderness over the years, and I've grouped them primarily into two series. Now, some of you may have been collecting my work long enough to remember my series entitled The End of a Perfect Day. The End of a Perfect Day was a collection of memories based on my experiences exploring throughout America, all sorts of mountain regions, the Canadian Rockies as they descend down into the northern Rockies in America, all the way down to the southern Rockies, the San Juan Range, the Cascade Mountains on the west coast, and even the beautiful Sierras, my home. End of a Perfect Day 2 was a depiction of life on a river, a beautiful setting that reminds me of the days I spent camping on the American River in Northern California. End of a Perfect Day 3 is a real place, changed quite a bit, based on a little lake that I love to go to up in the High Sierra called Silver Lake. Of course, my second series on a mountain theme was the Beginning of a Perfect Day series. And I began with Beginning of a Perfect Day 1, a vista overlooking a mountain setting. And then we went to Beginning of a Perfect Day number 2, which was a beautiful reminder to me of the joy of living amongst the aspens with all that brilliant gold color. The third piece in the Beginning of a Perfect Day series is Mountain Majesty, my most recent mountain scene, and I think probably the most dramatic of the series. Well, I'm happy to announce that this painting, which is called The Good Life, is the beginning of the Good Life series. That will be my brand new series. I hope to do at least 3, possibly 4 paintings in this mountain series. In it, I want to capture, as best as I can, that sense of what the good life really is. And I think all of us have that picture in mind, of that kind of place we'd love to go to and just feel at peace. It's a life that perhaps we can't live every day, but we can all dream of going there someday. I had fun while working on this painting depicting the mountain itself. Though it was originally intended to be based on a mountain called Mount Hood, which is in Oregon, I changed it quite a bit from the original setting. In fact, I used my sketch done on location in Mount Hood as the basis for this painting, but you'll see that vast monolithic mountain rising up out of the plain. Surrounding the mountain, we have a beautiful, pristine lake. The lake itself, of course, reflects the beauty of the sunset glow and the sense of the trees as they sort of nestle along the side of the lake, casting a reflection into the deep, clear waters. The cabin is the kind of cabin that I would love to live in someday, a log cabin with a small dock beside it where you could launch your skiff and go rowing out to the middle of the lake and fish to your heart's content, perhaps explore some of the hidden coves where elk and deer would come to visit. And of course, the ducks are just coming in for a landing, a sure sign that evening is coming. The sunset is beginning to glow, and it's time to relax and enjoy the good life. Well, I hope you do enjoy the good life, and that even as you look at this painting, you are reminded that life is good, that God's goodness is there for us every day, no matter what we go through, no matter what trial we face as we go through our day-to-day life. God's goodness is there every day, reaching out to us and giving us His light. God bless you.
For a personal viewing of this latest painting or other works by Thomas Kinkade, please contact your local gallery.